Okay, here we are again. I did that thing I said I was going to do in between streams where I started a Mila file. And now what should happen basically is if I boot up the Mila file every other stream, we'll get the Jude intro for the odd-numbered streams and the Mila intro for the even-numbered streams, so that way it's not the same one each time. We don't feel like we're missing out on too much. And to be fair, that's like probably a third of the exclusive content Mila gets anyway, so like it probably works out okay. In any case, and she even gets an exclusive pink-colored save file because girl character. So I guess at least it's color-coded, so that way I don't have to worry about accidentally booting the wrong one up. So anyway, we'll get started in a couple of minutes. So, Zephico, how you doing? Welcome back. Reporting for viewing duty, sir. That is good. I am glad that you are still doing this gratis, because I definitely can't afford to pay any of you to perform this duty. Maybe one day, but I don't think Twitch would allow me to pay my viewers. I feel like there's some sort of clause or something in the Twitch affiliate agreement about that, but I could be wrong. I don't know. Then again, I've also been told that Twitch is either dead or dying because the partner program is doing something stupid again, but I don't know anything about that, so I don't know. I won't, because I need 75 viewers on average per stream for an entire month in order to even qualify as a partner. And then you have to maintain those numbers, so that's never going to happen. The viewers are supposed to tip the streamer. I mean, I'm just glad people show up, honestly. Like, I don't mind doing this by myself, but I'm glad some people find it fun to watch. And, I mean, if they want to heckle, that's fine, too. You're a Mila file, that's fair. That is fair. I mean, I imagine Maxwell is also a Mila file because he decided, you know what? I don't feel like using my powers to test anyone anymore. I'm just going to reincarnate myself into a, teenage woman. Because why not today? Okay, fair enough, Maxwell. You do you, big guy. That's fine. Oh, Kick is stealing a lot of their main streamers? Okay. They're probably, the partners are probably like getting sick of some change that Twitch made to their partner agreement. So they're like, we're gonna make our own Twitch with blackjack and hookers. And then they went off and did that. I don't know. I'll probably just stay on the platform until it becomes unfeasible to stream on Twitch, and then I'll say, okay, well, I don't like streaming on YouTube either because they give me less incentive than Twitch does, and I already get very little here, but I'll stay here till they give me less incentive than YouTube, and then I'll just be like, okay, well, we're going back to YouTube. Bye. Twitch also wants more of the streamer's money cut, making it less appealing. Okay, so again, that's probably a partner exclusive thing because I literally got nothing explaining, hey, so we're taking more of your money in terms of the affiliate agreement. I think it's just partners that have to deal with that. And because they're the loudest voices with the highest audiences, they're blowing it all out of proportion, as usual. But I don't know. I could just be jaded because they have more viewership. I don't know. I don't really find that to be anything that's even remotely appealing to me. I don't know how the hell I'd entertain 75 people at once, let alone the thousands that some of them get, but, Yeah, that's what I understand, is that YouTube streaming, like, that people are starting to sort of gravitate towards that as the de facto streaming platform for stuff like this, so, I don't know. I'll think about it in any case. Kick is more of just a chatting and a gambling stream site. Kick is owned by a gambling corporation. Okay, well, fair enough, then. I don't really know that I'd want to associate with that. I mean, there is gambling in Tales of Xillia 2, but that doesn't mean that I'd want to have it hosted on a gambling website. You have that many people, you can just cherry pick comments and give people hope that they'll be picked next. You don't gotta entertain everybody. Yeah, that's true. I'm not well versed at that skill yet because I like reading all of my comments rather than cherry picking. I don't like people to feel left out, so I don't know. I feel like even 10 people, which I guess is the eventual target by the end of this whole streaming project where I'm finally done with all of my archiving work, 10 people at the same time would be hard to entertain because I'd have to start cherry picking then too, but I'm not even worried about that right now. Like that's something that's way down the line, if ever, in terms of when it's going to happen. So, it's like whatever. I will focus on what is in front of me right now, and what is in front of me right now is Jude Mathis and someone with a terrible dress sense that isn't even remotely controlled by her, because as we'll find out later in the game, someone else dresses her. And that is as terrifying as it sounds. Anyway, let's boot up our actual file. It's a metal straw. I mean, yeah, those anime folks, yeah, those ones. We're all Mono's teachers, pets. Yeah, I can't ignore anybody, you know what I mean? I feel bad if I ignore anybody. So I always try to go back and catch up on chat before I get too deeply involved in whatever I'm doing. Of course, there isn't really much deeply involved in the overworld in-between areas maps of Tales of Xillia, because a lot of them are big open areas with just a bunch of monsters and collectibles to find. I don't know, I just feel like they're too big with too little to do in them, but I feel like that's a comment that we can save for the 37th or 38th time we walk into a big rounded rectangle-shaped area between towns and decide, oh, let's go kill all the monsters in the area. We'll figure that out later, like everything else. How you doing, everybody? Welcome back to Tales of Xillia, the Stream Edition. As I said last time, it is probably pronounced Xillia, because that's what Japanese people say, but I am not Japanese, I am English, so it is like a Z, Xillia. Last time, we began our adventure as a medical student, despite being, 15 years old. I guess Rashigal's program for that sort of stuff is really intensive to the point where younger students can get into that. But we're not in Rashigal anymore, we're in Azul, because we had to run away because we were branded as a criminal. And we killed some monsters on the road for this person, so now let's turn that in so we can move along. Also, I need to stop at the inn as well, because there is actually still a reason to go to the inn. But we'll go there in a minute.
And that's how it's done. More where that came from, too. Lots of people with problems out there. And gall to make them go away.
You're a real pro at this, Alvin.
This is pretty simple stuff, Jude. You probably need to play more video games, dude. Keep up. Maybe that's why he's a medical student at 15, because he can keep his head out of all the distractions.
No fever. How are you feeling?
I don't seem to have any strength.
I can see that. You collapsed onto the ground and you're talking like a normal person.
I've never eaten.
Ever?
Through Sith, I drew life from the air. With Undine's power, I received sustenance from the water.
Well, you're not a demigod anymore. You're human-ish, as close as you can be, so...
Now you're gonna have to nourish yourself the old-fashioned way.
It's kind of convenient, because that's the reason why I was going to go to the inn.
So this is what you call hunger.
It's almost like they read my mind.
Fascinating.
So, should we rest at the inn? Now that you mention it, I could use some grub myself.
Yeah, fair enough. Not everybody got level restore already in terms of people playing this game, so, Auto item system has been unlocked. Characters set to the auto control mode will use items during battle to provide support based on various conditions. Please don't. These conditions can be set from the strategy menu. With the right settings, give yourself a huge advantage. Several items have already been preset for you. Oh dear God, I have to unset them. We got 2,000 gold for our work though, so that's nice.
That was quite a sigh.
You always feel this strained after a job, Alvin?
Azul, right?
What?
Of course not.
I've never heard of the Military Powers Act being used against anyone other than Azul spies.
You're thinking too much into this.
Maybe they're planning on branding us as Azul spies?
Spying for Rashigal.
No. I was just thinking that if you were spying for Azul, maybe you could use your connections to score me some high-paying intelligence work.
Sorry to disappoint you, but I assure you I will pay your fee.
And it will be much less than you would have gotten working for the government.
Enough. But even with your special friend discount, the interest is piling up.
How do you even control the interest? You're not a bank. He's gonna be one at the rate we're going, though. How many times we did this. Game feels like a downgrade of what little you saw of Asperia. Ah, there you go. Yeah, I don't know. It feels, like I said, it just feels too big with too little in it. I would kind of prefer it like if we go to the trail here, and it's like a slightly larger version of this, but it's the only map in between towns. You know what I mean? Because that was the whole point of a world map before, right? Is that it's large and the space between towns is vast, but you're traveling the entire planet. You know what I mean? So it feels like you scale up and everything else scales down to kind of convince you of this. It expedites the amount of space that you have to travel between, while at the same time making the world feel more world-like. This just feels like busy work to me. I don't know. So, hey YouTube, man, the clouds and the red sky in this place reminds you of the current forest fire smog here. Yeah, we're getting that here too. Yep. Our levels are, what did you say it was when you got the update before?
The one at 4 o'clock was like 190.
190. We are at 190. So we are
at 4 o'clock, and it's supposed to get like well over 200.
So we are halfway to Beijing. Hi, Beijing. Well, Mila's dead. Give her a burger. Yeah, dump the entire item bag into her mouth, and then she'll be satisfied. She'll have had enough sustenance. I need to go probably into the strategy menu to unset all those items, don't I? Okay, so we have all the link tactics. Auto items. Do not use. Actually, I probably should, like, set that in such a way that they can use them, but they only use them in an emergency, like I said it in Kingdom Hearts. So during combat, characters who are set to auto control will use items when certain conditions are met. Higher priority items should be higher on the list. Oh, good, Gambit system. I love the Gambit system. Member is KO'd until excuse me. I mean, really, we should be like, oh, okay, do it until 0, but I don't know if I want to do that. I think 2 might be okay in terms of all this. HP is less than 40, now we can stick it. I'd rather it be at 30, honestly, but that's fine. If I can't go 30, I guess I'll go 20. No big deal. I mean, I already told them to start storing TP at 50, so, and keep themselves out of danger at 50, so this shouldn't really happen too often, I don't think. I could set this so that it's like, oh, holy shit, this is a bad situation. Let's fix that. I think this might be a better one. And actually, that might even be better later on when we actually get a resurrection spell, because I don't want them overwriting the resurrection spell with a life bottle, you know. So I think that might be a good idea. So we'll go with this for now. I think that'll be fine. And actually, I also want to do something else here with this. I want to set do not link here. And the reason why I want to set do not link is I'll do the linking. I don't want them to link unless I tell them to link. So we'll do that, and you have healing. Well, you have a healing art that you get later, but, you know. I guess support de Ria. That's fine. I already have you set to protect yourself, so that's fair enough. Honestly, I might set you to up to you for this, though, because then you'll actually help with fighting rather than standing back and letting things, you know, do the work for us. All right, no point in really healing, I don't think, because we're going to be going to the inn anyway, so let's go to the inn anyway. I'll grab this while I'm at it. Oh, some extra money that somebody left up there. Probably a little nest egg. So the reason why you'll want to go to the inn is not just because of the fact that you can rest at the inn. We're going to do that now, but also there's another reason to go to the inn, and we'll show it off in a minute. Once I don't think the vendor's available just yet.
3 rooms, please. But before that, can we get something to eat?
Oh, my apologies, but our cook isn't in yet.
Yeah, there you go. No cook yet. That's the reason why you want to go to inns, even if you don't need them because of level restore. Food!
Can we at least use your kitchen?
Yes, please. Help yourself. Your friend looks like she's about to pass out.
She kind of already did outside, to be fair, so...
It really is growling.
It is, Mila. That's
and
hunger
here I thought
again.
That was just a silly human expression.
No, your stomach is incredibly angry at your lack of feeding it. You need nourishment. Alvin's like, what the hell is going on? What did I get myself into? Hey, not bad, Jude. I guess he had to learn to cook a little bit when he went away as a student so he wouldn't starve himself. Can't always get that financial aid to feed you, you know?
Not bad. It's good. I quite enjoy ingesting calories with you.
That's
Humans should
not
learn
all
to
you're
cherish these
eating
simple
there, but
pleasures.
okay. He looks upset. I wonder if it has anything to do with that friend that bullied him. I forget what the
This
reason is
might
that
be
Jude
her
learned
first
to
time
cook,
sleeping, too.
actually, but I think we learn it
And
later.
apparently she never ate before today either. Who in the world is she?
That's a long
She claims
story.
she's Maxwell.
That Maxwell?
Yeah, that one.
Yeah. She's apparently a spirit in physical form.
I'm glad there aren't very
Just
many
any
other people
spirit.
at the inn here.
The
They'd all be
Lord of
jumping up like,
Spirits.
what the hell?
Elder of the four elements, the eldest spirit. Maxwell has many names.
And that doesn't look like
Now we
any
add
of them.
Mila to that list? She's supposed to be the spirit Maxwell? You gotta be kidding me.
I mean, when she's passed out
Is
in a food
Maxwell
coma
really
at an
that
inn
mighty?
table, it does kind of
Of course.
make the names
That's
ring
why
a
this
little
is so
hollow.
hard to swallow. I grew up hearing bedtime stories about Maxwell.
Oh, you did, huh?
What in the
Suppose
world
we
would
all
a
did,
spirit
right?
Like that be trying to destroy?
Trying to destroy? What are you referring to?
And why
She
are you
called it a
referring to?
Spyrix,
Isn't
I
that part
think.
of the crime that you
The
committed?
device from the laboratory. Maybe I should just ask Mila about it.
That might be best, yeah, actually.
I don't know. You have a nasty habit of poking your nose where it doesn't belong. Your accursed curiosity made me a wanted man too, you know.
Let's not forget you did that of your own volition, though, Alvin.
Well,
Let's not get our
think hard before
wires
asking,
crossed here.
okay?
Yeah, you're right.
Getting ready for the food coma yourself there, Jude? You look like you're blinking out of existence, just like the cutscene just did. I'm kind of surprised the innkeeper let us use the kitchen. I guess they don't get too many customers around here, though. Like, usually they don't just they aren't just like, okay, let's just open this up to any random
Is
passerby.
that your hometown?
So,
More accurately, it's where my shrine is.
it's where I lived my monastic lifestyle, where I
If
wanted
go
for
back,
nothing.
I might be able to resummon the four.
So, she really is Maxwell.
This is where you come
Alvin,
in,
why are you
Jude.
side glance
Will
talking
you
to
accompany me
yourself?
to Nia Kara?
Alvin, please, don't do this.
It's true that you
I can
brought
see
your
the
current
red flags
situation
coming
upon
from a mile
yourself,
away.
but I bear some of the blame as well. I'll put in a good word for you with the people of Nia Kara. I'm
Oh,
sure
good,
they'll look
because
after you.
I was gonna say, I don't know if they'd let me
Put a lot of
stay
thought into this.
without
Yes.
paying.
Remember when you told me I seemed unconcerned? I decided to take that to heart.
Wow, she's already having character
Mila,
development.
you don't need to practice your swordplay anymore?
No need to concern yourself with my martial abilities.
I am a
nothing else,
spellcaster,
you know how
Jude.
to
I
swing
will
the
be
pointy end.
fine.
Okay, I'll come with you.
And the funny thing is, she's a spellcaster in the game where spellcasters
more
probably
practice
eat the
wouldn't
best
hurt,
in the
though.
entire
think so?
Tales series.
Better safe than
We don't
sorry.
have enough of them yet to
Come find me
really
once you're
start
ready to go.
raking that in,
Wait,
but we'll
you're coming with us, Alvin?
get there.
Why not? I've come this far.
Might as well see it through all the way to the end, so my person that's letting me spy on you pays me. Or, wait, you
Thanks.
didn't hear that. By the way, speaking of doing things illegally, I'm going back to the key of Kresnik that Mila took with her. You know, if we threw it in the ocean, here's the thing we were talking about before. Oh, yeah, well, there are witnesses, and they'd just tell the military. No, they fucking wouldn't. Do you know why? This is a different country. If they told the military, they'd be guilty of high treason. My theory still stands. Throw it in the ocean. I'm going to drop that now. Anyway, I just wanted to say that before we left. So here's food items. They're a staple of the Tales series. I think usually you have to cook them, but it's been a while since I played Symphonia, so I don't quite remember. You buy them at shops now instead of cooking them with raw materials, which, I don't know, I kind of feel like it's a little bit of a missed opportunity because Jude is a decent enough cook, but I suppose you don't have to play as Jude, so, you know. Anyway, yeah, we can buy small and medium ones. Right now, only small versions of these ones, but that's okay. And then there's some coming soon, mostly mediums, some smalls, some larges apparently as well. And I think, if I remember correctly, you can only carry a certain number of them. Yeah, as you can see, I can only carry one small sandwich set per... one small sandwich set total. That's all I'm allowed to carry, so that's what we can get. We could get medium sandwiches that last 9 battles. Basically, they restore HP or TP or give you some stats or something to that effect. Increase EXP gain, that's also kind of nice. I guess that'd be nice for boss fights, right? Because then boss fights are the ones that give you tons of experience. So if you use this, you end up with a lot more experience because you might as well use it when it's exponentially larger, you know. Gold gain, that's not really as important in this game. A lot more important in the second game, but we'll get there. So I think I'll pick up some soda rice and definitely want some pudding cakes, actually, because restoring TP at the end of a battle is actually really nice, and I definitely want to do as much of that as humanly possible. I guess I'll pick up a bunch of other stuff just in case we need them. You know, like if I just have, like, okay, well, I might as well eat something, you know, rather than eating nothing at all. So... just pick up a whole bunch. Get some extra X-Pack points for the food vendor. Can I X-Pack anything else now? What do I have in here that I can donate? I have more wood chunks that I can donate to the item shop, so I guess I can donate those. Oh, that puts me all the way over the edge, doesn't it? Oh, no, not quite. I thought because it was purple, it was all the way over the edge. That's all the way over the edge, so there we go. Donate that and increase the item shop level. That didn't give me anything that time. Okay, well, that's fine. I think these change every now and then in terms of what gets a bonus. Yeah, as a matter of fact, I'm pretty sure the weapon shop didn't have insect materials before as its bonus, but, well, it does now, so. I usually just do that. I usually just donate whatever they have as a bonus thing, and it's like, okay, if I get a level up out of it, that's cool. If I don't, then I'll just donate whatever I can, you know. Oh, well, if you wanted to buy the steel gauntlets, you can get a discount at them now, so that's cool. These weird fragments, by the way, are mostly used as like, okay, well, you don't have the bonus material right now. These are just worth a flat amount of points, so they will help add to your total, you know. And I guess we have 7 of them, so that can kind of help. Like, that's a full level by itself, basically, so I guess we'll keep that in mind. Bird materials, sure, why not? This armor shop's only at 2 now, so maybe do a little more, get it up to 3, catch it up with everything else, you know. You won't miss out on anything if you go multiple levels in the same upgrade, so don't worry about that. Some extra stuff, Lamellar Guard and a coat for Mila, so that's cool. Accessory shop needs fish materials. I got more land crabs since last time, so that's good. Get that all the way up. Can buy a stun bracelet and heal bangle now. Cape and boots are discounted, good. And now the food vendor. Let's see. How much more beast dung did I get? A little bit, but I also got a rotten bone, so I might as well use that as well. And I'll just donate all of it. It's fine. Just, it'll go up a little bit. And now there's new meat sauce pasta. I usually don't buy mediums for a little while, honestly. Like, I usually wait quite a while in the game before I buy medium stuff. I just stick with the smalls for a little while. Eventually we'll fix that, but, you know. Alright, nice and even. Didn't even have to use any fragments, although I suppose I could use a few of them now just to, you know, get a flat bonus on all of these, like just 1, 1, 1, 1, 1, you know. But, yeah, we're at level 3. I'm happy with that. And I could have saved 20 gold apiece by waiting until I expanded the shop, but that's okay. You get enough money. I'm not really worried about it. So, oh, you know what I am really worried about? Well, not really, but worried about enough. Oh, Alvin's out of the party for now. Okay. Let me stick these at 3 items left, actually, because that would be 20% of our inventory left, basically. So, like, the maximum amount we're allowed is 15. So this would reduce it down until we're at 20% of our total. And that just seems like a nice round number to me, you know? So we'll do that. And then we'll head outside and keep going. Although maybe I should buy a couple of upgrades since I had a couple of upgrades in the shop. The kukri, which is for Alvin, and then the coat for Mila, and the guard for Jude. So.
Oh, well, I'm afraid my wings are, you know, non-existent.
Yeah, not all of us have access to Sylph. Exactly.
The map showed a village in that direction, so we should be okay.
Either way, we can't just stay here. We must press forward.
I mean, I suppose if the military is okay with invading another country, they would just decide to, you know, come over here. This is the closest port of call, so at least as far as I'm aware. Creeping suspicion.
Is Milo really that Maxwell?
Haven't we gone over this?
But she looks normal enough.
I think it's true.
Maybe
When
she
I
looks
first
normal
met her, Mila
as
had the four
on
great
purpose,
spirits
you
with
know.
her.
What? Get out of here.
No, seriously. Fire spirit Efreet, water spirit Undine, wind spirit Sylph, and earth spirit Gnome. It was the first
What happened
time
to
I'd ever
Luna
seen
and
them in
Shadow?
person, but there was no
Or
mistaking
Celsius
who
and
they
Volt?
were.
That's a mighty exclusive club. Can't imagine they hang out with a lot of mortal girls.
Yeah.
In any case, yeah, so she's probably that Maxwell then. There, Alvin. Alright, Kukri. You know, okay, it's for Mila rather than for Alvin. It was a sword, so I sort of thought, but it's a one-handed sword rather than a two-handed one that Alvin wields with one hand because he's just that fucking strong. Maybe I could wait until I get a discount on it. I mean, we're not exactly struggling, you know. So, maybe I could wait till we get a discount on that one. Armor shop. MLR guard, leather coat. The rest of this stuff is all stuff that we've basically got already. So, I've got a discount on this, so I might as well buy this, you know. Like, I'll wait for the first discount, basically, and then we can go from there. So, and then sell the old one, because I won't need a leather guard. It's kind of basic. We have boots. I should probably equip those to somebody, and then buy, like, another one. Let me go to equip, actually, and put that on somebody. Let's see here. So that's just a flat upgrade to the cape. Okay, fair enough. How much are boots now anyway, if I wanted to buy 2 more pairs? There's a heel bangle. Boots are 1,800 a piece. Okay, so that's not terrible. I guess I could buy 1 more, and then that way I can, like, swap out for a different one later. So. And let's give Jude the boots because he's a physical fighter. We'll give Mila the cape because she's more in the back, so that's fine. And then we'll give Alvin the boots as well, so he's a little faster because he's a little on the slow side. So, and I think that's about it, honestly. Still here, just taking care of the cat and checking the phone. Oh, you're still the only one here. Oh, that's okay. Thank you for checking in. I appreciate that. But yeah, take care of the other stuff too because that's important, you know. So, I'm Cuckoo for Kukri. Seems like a weird-shaped kukri. Isn't a kukri normally a throwing knife of some kind? Or am I just too used to... Where was the kukri a throwing knife? Was that in Fire Emblem Fates? Probably. It's probably where I'm remembering it from, because that's a game that I've recently played before immediately deciding that it wasn't worth it anymore. Oh, yeah, actually, another thing that I want to do is I want to actually stick Jude in the formation, in the center. Because if I stick him in the center of both of them when he's doing this, I can use healer at the beginning of a fight, get a usage point out of it, and then heal them because they're directly next to me. So that seems like it might be a good idea. I guess I didn't really talk about that too much last time, did I? So I guess I should sort of explain it a little bit. You see the star that we have next to Demon Fist? Like, if you look at the name down near the bottom of the screen, then you look to the right of the name there, it has a silver star next to it. Each art in the game has the potential to have proficiency levels to it. Certain ones don't. Most spells don't have proficiency levels, at least as far as I'm aware. Where basically, as you use it more and more often, you'll gain proficiency with it, and it'll get a different effect, an additional one. I forget what Demon Fist's proficiency is, but, you know. Mono's still saying, yep, back to phone, there you go. It's a curved dagger like a boomerang. Maybe that's what I'm thinking of then, yeah, okay. You know, I might as well, while I'm thinking about it, I might as well open my notes because I didn't really do that. I wrote a couple of notes for art usage in between streams because I said, you know, it might be worth it to have this. Oh, and that reminds me as well, the jet black feathers that we've been getting, I don't think you can use them for material donation for the shops or anything like that, but we're going to want to try to get a total of 100 by... yeah, about 30% of the game mark, if I remember correctly. I don't have on here what Demon Fist does at 100 uses. I think it's the range. I think it increases its range at 100. It gets, at 200 uses, it increases its speed, and it will pierce targets at 400 usage. So, there you go. A double Demon Fist. Man, I must be a genius. I think you can do double Demon Fist, but I don't know if you can do it in this game. I think it's only in the second one. So... either way, Lilymorph says ready. Did I level up and just didn't? I guess I did, didn't I? I've got 6 and 6 and 6. I hope I'm not superstitious. All right, well, we might as well do the leveling up while I'm thinking about it as well. I probably should have done this before, but it's okay. All right, we got Stamina and Soaring Vortex, a new art. I'll probably equip that pretty shortly, honestly. All right, what do we got on this outer edge here? TP gain, that's not bad. HP gain, that's also not bad. We got a new art, Swallow Dance. Actually, Swallow Dance is one that I want to grab. Usually in this game, I don't focus on trying to get proficiency in all arts because you can't equip every single one of a character's arts unless they're on auto, in which case you just equip the ones that you want them to use in battle. But when I'm actually controlling the character, usually I only equip a certain number of them, typically between 8 and 12, and those are the ones I just focus on for the entire game and don't worry about the rest. So, Solid Guard. Flash Guard is good if you do your guard with perfect timing. TP combo support is... Well, I guess it helps a little bit because it's like most of the time, at least at the beginning of the game, they want you to 1, 2, 3 hits and then an art, like 1, 2, 3 Demon Fist. So it'll always cost 20% less TP if you follow that rule. So, excuse me. Get new moves from using moves? Oh, you get them from the web. Yeah, you get every upgrade that you get in Tales of Xillia 1, you get from the web, basically. So, eventually going to want to get steel as well, but we'll work on that later. I have 4 points to work with. I'm going to go round, I think, and eventually end up... I'm probably going to get Solid Guard late, but that's okay. We'll just go this way. Grab TP combo support. Get some extra agility. Jude's whole thing is agility. He ends up being, I think, the fastest character in your party by the end game. He can run around the field pretty quick, all things considered, so... There's HP gain as well, and we'll grab Soaring Vortex later because I don't have any GP left, so we'll worry about that later. For now, we'll get Mila's other stuff too. We're surfing the web, exactly. Okay, so she's got Splash now, so she's got all 4 of the low level, or the early level arts. They're actually pretty good in this game too. They cast pretty quickly and they deal a decent number of damage even though they're low level. So they're not just like, in some Tales games you'll basically just flat out replace the early arts with the late ones near the end game. But in this game I would say they're useful all the way throughout, which is, it's kind of nice. It actually strikes a pretty good balance in my opinion. Alright, so she gets Shimmer Spin there. Same things that Jude gets here it looks like for everything else. So let's see. Start up here. And I guess we'll get this too. So I can get TP gain, go get HP gain, and then we'll get her Shimmer Spin. Although I don't really want her to use Shimmer Spin, so I don't know if I want to set it. It's light elemental, so we don't have an attack like that just yet, but it's not really something I wanted to focus on. I guess by buying it now I can just turn it off, you know. Man can teleport behind enemies from Battle 1. I think he's born fast. Yeah, nothing personnel, kid. He definitely has that going for him, doesn't he? So, ooh, Guardian Field. Definitely want that pretty quickly. So I'll just grab that real quick. It's the same as it was in Vesperia, and I think it was in Abyss as well. It restores HP while also giving you an AoE attack, which makes it doubly useful, in my opinion. So I like using those pretty often, pretty frequently. It's a shame that Jude's healer doesn't have a similar effect to it, because otherwise I'd be using that way more often than just at the beginning of a fight. So, what else you got here? Everything else is the same, Alvin? Okay, well, you're a level up on Jude and Mila anyway, so you'll be able to pull all this other stuff in, so... As you can see. Yeah, Solid Guard and Flash Guard. So now he can do, if I equip it with the SP, he can do a guard with good timing, basically the same timing as Jude's Snap Pivot, and he'll reduce damage by 90%. That's pretty nice. Hey Marie, how you doing? Welcome back. You've been playing the Pixel remaster of Final Fantasy V? Oh, there you go. Nice. I will stick with the GBA version personally, but it's good that you're replaying Final Fantasy V. It doesn't get enough love in my opinion, so I'm glad to hear it. Alright, so these are probably going to be all the elemental resistances. We got Wind Guard, Earth Guard. Sonic Thrust is a key sphere for him. That's interesting. I do want it, to be fair, so, you know, Maybe I'll work on that first, just to unlock everything. Blunt Force. Increase the chance of stunning an enemy with a physical attack by 5%. That's not bad. Extra AC is also always nice, so I think we might work on that too. And then there's TP Restoration Guard, which I find flash guarding to be like... Jude's snap pivot is kind of his gimmick, but every character can flash guard, and it's one of those things that you want to try to get good at early so that way it isn't tough to adjust to doing late, because there are a lot of benefits to flash guarding in this game, so... Surprised we can unlock so much stuff this early. Yeah, it's a pretty decent amount, actually. If I remember correctly, with Alvin, we're on tier 3 of this web. It goes up to a total of 8, and then you get a second web after that, if I recall correctly. So, where do I start here? How about we start with getting the key sphere unlocked, and then we move down and around clockwise from there. How about that? We'll see what we can do about that. And we'll wait to do any more of that until a little bit later. Inside and out.
Gotta straighten my scarf.
You sure do love that thing.
Don't
It
you?
makes a
It's
statement.
one of Fismage's finest. Custom made for yours truly.
Where's
I don't know much about brands, but
Fismage?
it does look good on you.
You gotta be careful about what you wear, kid. It's how the world judges a man.
I'd rather think what's inside is what counts.
Yeah.
Yeah, but how will they
This
know?
is how what's inside gets projected to the outside.
So if you look
Some
like a
people show
Slav,
what's
people think
outside
you're a
in order
Slav.
to conceal the ugliness within.
Well, if you can't see through a false front, isn't that your problem?
So you blame the
Not
victims for being deceived.
necessarily.
If that's really what you believe, Alvin, it tells me all I need to know about what's within.
Oh my god.
I sure slipped up this time, huh?
You need to get your story straight, man. About the sphere web, it looks like it'll max out pretty fucking fast. Does that mean that it's going to expand? Yeah, so once you buy that key sphere, it will expand outward and you'll get more webs to adjust to and to invest in, so... But yeah, you can finish in a few levels with that particular web. Probably by about level 10 we'll be fully done with that web, I think. Sonic Thrust, I don't remember that Sonic game. Yeah, that one would be a little more lewd than most of Sonic games. I'm totally not wearing a wear under the scarf. Nope, definitely not. The one on the PSP, it'd explain why you don't remember it. Yeah, Sonic Rush, there you go. People treat you like that, yet the people that you regularly interact with think that you're an angel and insane, so appearance isn't everything, kids. It's okay. The way that you act can define how people see you, but it doesn't necessarily say everything about you. Sometimes you put on a front. Sometimes the front is so strong that you don't remember what the back looks like. Okay, I'm not at the point where I can do that really quickly. Maybe I should be able to do that. That's it. Charge that up, Alvin. It'll make our job a little easier.
No brakes?
No, right. If I go up in the air, I use 2 of my hits because I'm not used to going up in the air. I didn't eat anything. I should have eaten something. We just picked up all that food. I might as well. Also, we fought all the battles on this screen, so here's my thought process about how I'm going to deal with all the fighting that is in the adventure field areas in this game. We're gonna go, the first time we go into an area, we'll fight everything and we'll look for all the treasure. Anytime we have to backtrack through that area, I'll just fight whatever's like the minimum, well, not the minimum I have to. I'll fight a couple of battles on the way through, but not like all of them, you know. So that's the plan anyway. I need more SP in order to equip all this stuff. Okay. Probably combo support would be the best to equip out of the ones, excuse me, that I have available, so... in that vein, I will wait to equip anything for you there. I don't know that you need stamina all that badly. Yeah, I'll unequip it and put combo support on. So, yeah, we're not going to be able to get flash guard just yet, but that's okay. We're not too worried about that. I'm not, anyway. Food items. Here we go. So... I guess start with the sandwiches. Why not? Might as well. Then I don't have to heal as much at the beginning of a fight. I probably should have started with the pudding cakes, honestly, because TP is usually the thing that I'm more worried about than anything else, so... I guess I'll pick up a few things while I'm at it, too, because some of these might contain jet black feathers, which we can use for that goal that I had before of getting to 100, so... A life bottle that I missed. The
Walking
4.
sure is grueling.
That's unexpected coming from you.
I'm just used
I mean,
to
she
having
usually
Sylph
flew
fly me
everywhere, so
The
yeah.
only time I ever really walked was when I used Undine to travel across water.
You'd think she
I
would have taught you to
see.
swim or something,
Maybe this is your
or
punishment
you know,
for
fused
treating
with
the
you so
four
you could
great
turn into a
spirits
mermaid
like
or
your
something,
personal servants.
so you could
Servants?
get there faster.
They may help out now and then, but they're the ones who pester me. They're
They
like a
do?
bunch of bickering in-laws that never go home.
Did you
Uh-huh.
just call the four?
Bickering in-laws?
I would say that's blasphemy, but I know who this is coming from, so it's like the opposite of blasphemy. It's annoyance from somebody who is above the blasphemy. So that's funny. Hey, they cleared the tree out. That's cool. Now we can go ahead. I don't think we fought this guy last time either, so we can fight him now. That's Cerberus striking, not Demon Fist. There we go. Just get away from him. Okay. Sorry, I don't really display a whole lot of strategy when it comes to, like, regular battles in this game. It just doesn't really, I don't know, need it in most cases. It's one of the reasons why I didn't want to, like, put it on hard mode, because then I would actually need to use strategy on trash mobs. Who would ever do that?
Man, are we good or what?
Yeah.
Ouch, the cold shoulder.
Yeah, we've seen this one. And it'll tell you, by the way, when you've run out of sandwich, so there you go. It's helpful. It means you don't have to worry as much about, oh, I don't remember if I have to replenish my food now or not, so. Oh good, there's more region to go. And also a monster's already attacking me. Okay, but once we get across this area, we'll reach Himil, the eastern district, so we'll be in a new town. So there you go. Don't you love how Alvin was running in circles because you weren't fighting? Isn't this game fun? Yeah, there's some jank, but it's okay. It doesn't bother me too much, I don't think. I should probably use Alvin more, though, now that I think about it, because if I'm trying to get used to using him in combat, I should probably play as him a little more, shouldn't I? So, yeah, Jude, make me a sandwich! Seriously, I love the skits and Tales of games. Strategies in my Tales game? Me just go right in, unga bunga. Yeah, there you go. Would have called you insane in Tales of Grace's F because difficulties can be unlocked as you play, as you were on the highest difficulty by the halfway mark of the game. See, but at least then you had some preparation, you know? Like, when you were telling me about your unknown run in Abyss, it's like you had no preparation for that. Like, you went in fresh. At least with the hardest difficulty halfway through, it's like, okay, you had half the game to get used to it, but... I don't know how power scaling works in Graces, though, so I can't really say if that's a... I mean, it's probably not the best idea, obviously, but... I mean, that has never stopped any of us from doing anything in the past just because it's not a good idea. So, alright, swap Alvin out for top person. I guess leave Jude the leader because why the hell not? Or maybe I'll get whiplash if I don't put Alvin as leader, so let's do this. Gotcha!
Okay. It's over. It's over. Demon Fang. Okay.
Definitely want to use Demon Fang quite often with Alvin. As usual, it's one of the best spacing skills in the game because, well, it's Demon Fang. So, like, of course it is. But in addition to being one of the best spacing tools in the game, eventually, once you've used it 400 times with Alvin, you can use it as a wake-up, so...
The sky in Azul sure is bright.
That's true. The spirit climbs here are much more stable.
They don't use all of the energy
What do you
for
intend to climb?
luminescence, so...
Clime. Surely the great Lady Maxwell knows all about the subject?
Don't flatter yourself by assuming I recognize every arbitrary word you humans create.
I mean, you read a book on
Arrogance can be
parenting, so...
trying.
Mila, do you know what Riza Maxia is made of?
As if I wouldn't know? The power of spirits composes the entire natural world.
Right. The term spirit climb refers to the balance of spirit power. When that power is out of balance, nature can become polarized in one direction.
And if it
That's why
goes
there
too
are
far, it can cause a
unusual
calamity.
spirit
Or,
climbs,
wait,
like
that's
the
a different
Perpetual
game.
Night of Fenmont.
I see.
I'll never
Thank
escape
you.
it. It keeps
Now I
coming up.
understand. You're very good at explaining things.
I mean, he was going to be a doctor, so...
Oh, I see how it is. I guess I'm just an arrogant human compared to little old innocent Jude.
You didn't take the time to explain it to somebody who didn't understand the concept, Alvin. You need to take the time, man. If you want her to be nicer to you, you need to take the time. I'm gonna... You know, actually, something I didn't think about. Not escape. I don't think I can set options in a fight, can I? Oh, I can. Okay. Or no, wait, this is the wrong one. I was going to set retargeting to circle rather than L1. I just don't think L1's going to work out for me, so... I think I killed that guy in the background without even thinking about it. I should have used my overlimit there. I wouldn't have drained the bar all the way if I did. So, but yeah, as you can see, food items are pretty good in this game. They can basically make it so you don't have to worry about whatever stat you have on the food for quite a while. It's kind of nice, actually. So
Almost. I gotta go to the bathroom and then I'll be ready.
let me see. Options, button config. Function shift. I think that's what I wanted to I don't even remember what function shift is supposed to be. I know they said what it is previously, but I mean, I guess I could press the button in battle and find out, couldn't I? So, you know. Not quite half the game. X amount of fights on the highest difficulty you have unlocks another higher one until you hit Chaos mode. Oh, okay. Gotcha. That isn't as good as you think. Imagine fighting a boss that would normally be really annoying, but now can two-shot you because you ramped up the difficulty. It was fun. It's the same sort of high that a lot of people get in a Souls game, to be fair, so I get it. I get it. I don't think there's any items right here near the entrance. I'll just keep looking around, seeing what I can find. Getting these guys stuck because they're large and not in charge. I'm in charge.
Let's do this. Okay.
Hang on. Tiger Blade, that's the overlimit one.
I'll help you if you fall.
Can I get a Demonic Chaos before? No, I can't. Okay. But yeah, see how little damage the guy was taking when we knocked him down? It's one of the reasons why you don't want to knock them down too quickly, because then they take less damage. Every boss fight was pain, especially Emerald. Yeah, I can imagine. I think, isn't Emerald like one of the last bosses in the game? I forget. It's been so long since I even thought about Graces. So, I think that goblin was trying to attack me, but I'll go after them in a sec. There we go. Get behind him. And you know, I'm using Alvin, and I'm like, oh, I should learn how to use Alvin. I'm not even using his charge mechanic. Hold on. There we go. Oh, yeah, I was gonna say, gonna get hit by that Wind Lance. Don't care too much, though.
Man, are we good or
The
what?
ending lag on Alvin's attacks, though, when he charges is a little bit iffy because he has to pull the gun back out, but, you know, I guess it adds an element to it. He's really strong, but there's some end lag that you have to deal with, which compensates for the strength, I suppose. Also the one where she constantly has a damage field emanating from her body until you stun her, aka Flare Shot with Hubert, or you are never using melee. Fun. Yeah, that sounds like a ton of fun. Sounds like a lot of good fun for people that are trying to play the game normally. 5 jet black feathers, that's not bad. That'll help a little bit. Do I even feel like bothering with the whole getting extra damage thing? I don't know if I do. Well, that'll help, I guess. I didn't eat food. I'll do it after. I was so busy thinking about not eating food that I didn't charge. There we go. And yeah, Fierce Demon Fang is pretty much exactly as it was in Symphonia. It's more of a... It's less of a projectile, more of a just a slam, you know? So... Well, we're all going to level up pretty much exactly at the same rate, so... Actually, maybe that's a good idea then, because then I won't waste my food when we're going to level up. So I'll wait till Jude levels up, and then I'll eat the pudding cups, or pudding cakes, whatever they were. And that'll make things a little bit easier. Do I miss a treasure anywhere here? Is there a treasure in this tree? No, but there's a monster right here.
Here we go again.
I'll charge like this before I go in. That's probably smart, actually. Me using smarts in an RPG, you'd think it'd be normal for me, but it's really not, apparently, when it comes to this sort of stuff. I'll walk around that. Nice dodge, Jude.
I can still do better.
Oh, he picked him up, actually. Did you see that? He punched him on the ground, and he woke him up with his punch, so that's cool.
That wasn't too bad.
And everybody's leveled up, so now let's eat some food. Yeah, I'll probably go with pudding cakes, because Mila's already eating through all of her TP as it is, so... Actually, the way that I have the item gambit set up should make it so that they don't really use the items very much, unless they use like a really strong spell, because I have them set to basically slow down on the TP usage once they hit 50%. And I have it set so that they won't use items until 20%, so unless they do something really funky, they shouldn't use a whole lot of TP. Well, that wasn't the direction that I wanted to hit there. That did almost 1,000 damage. That's kind of nuts, Alvin. You need to not slow down at all, actually. Just keep killing them faster. It'll make this go faster for us.
And finished.
There we go. I don't know why that did almost 1,000 damage. It might be because it was a speed enemy and they have lower defense, and so Alvin just like, the more damage you do, the more you just punch right through them. I would assume that's what that was, but there you go. Yeah, Fierce Demon Fang, aka Character Smash, pretty much. Okay. I was trying to free run there and accidentally jumped, but you know, it happens, I guess. I guess it gives me enough time where they're getting up. If I, you know, punch them into the ground with the Fierce Demon Fang and then I let them get up, then I can take my gun back out, so.
Man, are we good or what?
Yeah.
Ouch, the cold shoulder.
You guys need to find some new lines. You're never going to be able to take this show on the road if you keep this up. They do, like I said before, they do repeat lines quite a bit, which I guess can get a little annoying. I don't know, I usually just skip past them after you see all the new ones, because usually when characters join your party or new story events happen, there are like at least 1 or 2 new lines of dialogue that you'll get at the end of a fight, so... Sir, are you okay? You seem to be glitching into that tree. No, I didn't count that one. You know, we have Guardian Field. I should probably stick that on, actually, now that I think about it. I haven't been using it. Stick that right where Healer goes, because I actually do want to use this pretty good, so it's light element, even though to me it looks like water element, but I don't know if I'm a good judge. There you go. Get a little HP restoration while we're at it, why not? It obviously gives you more when you charge it up, so, for example.
Sorry about that.
It actually might be just more damage for right now, honestly. I don't know. It's kind of hard to tell. The character interactions in video games gives you life. Yeah, there you go. It makes the party feel more together, you know what I mean? It doesn't feel like they're just a bunch of random people just... that feel separate even though they're in the same party together. So... Ow. That wasn't very nice. Mila, I keep giving HP with Guardian Grove, and you're just kind of sitting there not taking it. You're standing outside the field. What do you expect me to do? I guess this. There we go. She stood in some of it, so that's fine. And, you know, it's also kind of nice. I don't think, if I remember correctly, that Alvin's charged arts require additional TP to use. And that's kind of nice because a lot of the time when you're in a game, the risk versus reward that you take is it deals more damage, but it uses more resources. So not having to worry about that is kind of nice, honestly. And again, it's AoE, so that helps too. So.
All right.
Look at supports in FE. It gives your characters an actual background instead of being generic dude with another axe. Yeah, that definitely helps out. For sure. All right, we got rid of all of our food there, so let's eat something else. I'm going to save the soda rice, I think. I'll eat the mabo curry. Why not? Again, it's not nearly as important as it is in the second game to have that. It's damn near essential in the second game to have at least one bit of mabo curry in every adventure field you go in, but we'll talk about crippling debt later. For now, let's play Tales of Xillia 1. I don't know if you respawned. I must have not because I didn't get this chest, so.
Let's do this. Okay.
Probably should have aimed in a different direction before doing that so I could catch one of the other guys too. Oh well.
Watch a throw and
Build the bar. I don't feel like Tiger Blade gives me enough ending lag to... it gives me too much ending lag, rather, to charge off of. I got a... Demon Fang seems like the best one to charge off of, just judging by what I've seen so far. So... Yeah, student loan debt, what? Oh, what was that all about? Apple gel, but you can't carry anymore. No, don't discard them. I'll just use them for my inventory. This happens pretty often in this game, surprisingly enough. The item limit is a hell of a thing. Honestly, I kind of wish it didn't exist, but I suppose if the item limit didn't exist in a Tales game, it would probably be pretty broken because you could just use items every 3 seconds, and that would kind of defeat the purpose. But I don't know, it never stopped Kingdom Hearts 2, so... Then again, you usually don't have enough money to buy 99 of an item in Kingdom Hearts 2, so, you know, that probably makes the difference. Alright, back to Jude. Into the town of Hemil. Nice little hamlet, probably. Listen, as long as the apple trees aren't Benora white trees, I think we'll be okay.
Wow, that's an impressive amount of fruit.
I'm catching a whiff of cider. Oh, they must have orchards here.
Probably. Considering all the apple trees, it wouldn't be shocking.
We don't get many visitors here.
Do you live here, ma'am?
I would hope so. I'm the mayor.
Yeah, I suppose it would be a little hard to be the mayor if you didn't live here.
Niakara. Now that's a name I haven't heard in ages.
Yeah, most people don't go there, to be fair.
It's what people called a long-forgotten village. I don't even know if it still exists.
Judging by the fact that Mila is here,
Tales of the village as a
it
child.
probably does.
People claimed it lies beyond the Kijara Sea Falls.
But none of you have gone out that way since you were a
cross
kid?
some seriously rugged terrain to get there.
I suppose
It
that's
won't
why
be
then,
an
yeah.
easy journey.
In that case, we should probably rest here before heading on.
Alright, fair enough. I can restock on food items.
Afraid
More
our
pudding
village
cakes.
Doesn't have an inn. Not much call for one.
That's
But I
okay.
have an extra room in my house.
Oh.
You're welcome to use it if you like.
Well, thank you,
for
ma'am.
your hospitality, ma'am.
That will be helpful. Don't have to pay an inn fee if we stay in someone's house. So that's nice. The perfect catalyst.
So, why bother taking human form at all?
Spirits are really just masses of mana. They can't interact with the temporal world in that state.
I mean, they
For a
could, but
spirit
they'd
to
probably
take
scare a
physical
few
form,
people.
It needs a catalyst of a corresponding element. As an example, the fire spirit of Freak can take form as a blazing inferno.
He would still scare
Well,
people
you can
that
be
way,
any
but,
element, right?
you know.
The human body contains all 4 elements, so it's the perfect catalyst for me to take a physical form.
Again, I feel like in the background,
I would
Luna
gather
and
elements
Shadow
from
are
the
like,
universe,
hey, what the
but I
fuck?
have to wait for it to grow up.
Grow up? You mean you start as a baby?
It's time-consuming, but if you want to use a human form as a catalyst, you have to wait for the body to develop.
Is that why
So
you've
even
lived a
the Lord of
monastic
Spirits
lifestyle
isn't
for...
omnipotent.
I think she's
Not
supposed to be
human realm, that way.
17 in
Let's
this
just be
game,
grateful she didn't go with the male model.
if
eh?
I remember the
Wouldn't
lore
bother me.
correctly.
Oh, you
Or
swing
the
both
bios.
ways?
That's not what I meant.
Oh boy. You took that pretty well in stride for a teenager, Jude. Usually when a teenager is asked that question, they get completely flustered. Food vendor. Actually, you know, before I buy this stuff, let me look at what the shops have available and see if I can use the X-Pack points to make it so I have new stuff available before I go buying something, you know. I definitely have a lot of bird materials left, so... hold on. See, for example. And, okay, so new items, soda rice, mabo curry. Discounts on all of that. Almost all of those that I just saw on that list were smalls, so, yeah, that will help. This needs minerals. We have none of those. I guess it's time for weird fragments, huh? A resistance emblem. Discounts on a stun bracelet. I'll probably buy a few of these accessories later. I usually just start with boots and capes in early game tales, and then eventually I swap off later when it's actually important to have status resistance and any of that stuff. But until then, it's like, I could use it, but I don't have to, you know. Lamellar leather, and we get a discount on the guard and the coat that I just talked about last time, so I guess we can buy those now, as long as they have an armor shop here. I don't know how much call they'd have for an armor shop in a place like this either, if they don't go, you know, adventuring anywhere, but, you know, we'll see. Lazy iron, and there's a discount on the kukri now. Good. And last but not least, I have no dung left. I did not pick up any poop. I'm proud of you, Jude. We do have exactly enough weird fragments to get this to level 4, so let's use it. And discounts on some items. That is fine, I guess. Okay, so food shop. Grab these, grab these. Ooh, these are $7.20 now. See, this is one of the reasons why I like investing in shops a little bit before I start buying all this, because now I can actually pretty much afford to buy a medium pudding cake. So that's kind of nice, you know. Don't want a mabo curry. I guess I'll grab it. Why not? And I don't think I have anything to sell. I should probably keep a little bit of money because I got to buy a kukri and a couple of other things. But, you know, I'll figure that out later. Item shop. I'm pretty well good on all of my items, so I don't think I got to worry about that. Thank you, though. Okay, search the village. There is a weapon shop up here and an inn over here, and then the Xillia Trail, which is the next place we probably have to go in our quest for Niakara.
Apple fruits. No wonder it smells so good around here. Wow, look how juicy they are.
Is that so?
They look like they're
Full body picture in a skit. Well,
Sweet
almost
with
full
just a
body.
hint of tartness.
That sounds interesting.
Mila, you're drooling really bad.
For some reason, I can't make it stop.
I
Sounds
guess
like your body
we
is
know your
awakened to the
glands are
joys of
working
eating.
now?
Just keep those
Yeah.
mitts off the merchandise. Our rap sheet's long enough as it is.
Yeah, Apple Stealer probably would be a little bit weird to add to our list of things that we've done. That'd be like murder, arson, and jaywalking. Oh, somebody's one gold I just took. Well, now I just feel bad for them. Because that was probably some kid's random nest egg, and they're just like, oh man, he took my gold. Speaking of nest egg, 5 gold there. Not really a whole lot going on with those, but, you know. So what's at the accessory shops now that I can get? We can get a resistance emblem, but Restores 5% HP for each enemy defeated. I believe this stacks with HP gain as well, so that's probably kind of nice. It's a good leeching ability, but I don't know. HP never really is a huge problem for me in this game, so I don't feel like it's something that I really need to work too hard on, you know. Armor shop, we got a discount on a couple of these things. I wish there was a menu here that was literally just the discounted items. Like, I don't care about the new items so much. I want the discounts. So, the leather coat is discounted though, so let's... And I suppose I can just look at the discounts because it's like, oh, if the item is in that blue-green color, then that means it's discounted, but yeah, you know. Alright, equip that on Mila. And then we can sell the old one for a little bit of our money back. And weapons, I think, yeah, the kukri has a discount now, so we can buy that. Lazy iron, not so much yet, but it'll probably be worthwhile later. So, alright, and then, again, sell the old one. Like I said, though, always check to see if your weapon that you're going to sell has an element on it. If it has an element on it, keep it, because elemental weapons in this game are actually really strong. They help with getting rid of an enemy's guard or iron stance. It actually makes it easier to break through them if you don't, if you use the element that they're weak to. So keep that in mind because it'll probably come in handy. And you know, now that I'm looking at my list of items there, I might use the chamomile and the saffron that I have because, I mean, they gave them to me already. You know, it's like the stat items in Fire Emblem. If you don't use them, they just end up burning a hole in your inventory. So, the real question, though, is do I use them on the people that, you know, don't really need them, already have high whatever those stats are in order to, you know, give them an even greater lead, or do I try to shore up weaknesses with them? I suppose it only increases it by 1, so I guess I'll just double down on the people that already have it. So Mila, you get this chamomile, and Jude, you get this saffron. Fair enough. There we go. We did it. I did it. I didn't save my stat boosters. I can go in this building if I so choose, I guess. There's also an inn. The elevation level on the maps here, it messes with me sometimes because it's like, you don't see the whole map and you're like, oh, wait, what else is there here? And then you mess with that and it's like, oh, I was definitely missing something. Oh, okay. I thought this was going to lead to something. It did not. Just looking for an item at this point, see if there's any of those little stars around that I can grab. Maybe one of the Napples so that Mila doesn't have to, like, you know, bug me for it.
Check it out. Suddenly we're looking down on the world.
Yeah, we really have come a long way.
And we have a long way to go, let me tell you what. 60 more chromatins until 350k. Oh, 80, not 60. There you go. That's not too bad.
Get lost.
Wrong answer, Squirt. Now we really want to know what you're looking at.
It's some sort of
Yeah.
shiny object.
It's my shiny object. Finders keepers.
How are you going to get it out of that tree? You're not even close to that height.
Looks like a puzzle. A difficult one at that.
How about this?
Whoa, what's happening?
This looks like our letters, but different. More like ancient writing.
Let's see here. Heed my words, for I am Ifrid, the intrepid explorer who has crossed the world's edge without fear.
Okay, so I guess
Yada,
Alvin's
yada,
our
yada,
resident
more
archaeologist.
self-promotion.
Mm.
Ah, here we go. At last, I have reached Terra Incognita. But alas, I am unable to return home. I shall take my many treasures, seal them in arks, and scatter them about this land. It is my
Okay.
hope that they shall serve as beacons to those explorers who follow in my footsteps.
I'm impressed, Alvin.
So these are
I still
Ifrid's
don't know what it
arcs.
means.
I've heard of this Ifrid. He's a legendary pirate. He raided cities all throughout Rize Maxia ages ago. He set off to find the end of the world and never returned. Or so the legend goes.
Are you sure he didn't just find the Grand
Put his
Line?
treasures in these boxes for us.
I mean, to be fair, they still haven't found the Grand Line from what I remember.
Pirate
I don't think
Ifrit's
One Piece has
treasures?
ended yet.
Oh, I
It's like
wanna
1,000
find it
and
too.
something episodes
Maybe you
long.
should learn to read first, young man.
Wah,
Yeah,
wah.
good idea. You'll all wait for me, right?
No, I'm gonna go find all the treasures before you
And
learn to
keep this
read.
Ifrit
Sorry.
treasure stuff between us.
I think this unlocks Ifrit's treasures around the world now, actually. Yeah, there you go. As you travel about the various dungeons and fields along your journey, you may come across special treasure chests that contain strange and mysterious items. These are known as Ifrit's treasures. Be sure to seek them out. There's one in particular that I would like to get because it allows characters... It basically gives them the experience share. It lets them sit on the bench and not have to worry about being a lower level. Which is nice, because one particular character in this game is basically garbage and almost always sitting on the bench for me. So, I love that. More self-promotion, blah, blah, blah. It's very Alvin, isn't it? They're in the Grand Line. They're looking for the One Piece. Okay, yeah, that's what I'm... can you tell that I haven't watched One Piece in 7 million billion years? It's been like since the first season came to the US. So. We got a Napple, though. Wonder what that's all about. Echo!
What a beautiful view. I bet if I yelled really loud, it would echo back.
I mean,
So
it
why not
would,
try
but
it? You gotta do things like that while you're still young.
wouldn't
When
that
you get
annoy
to
the
be my
villagers,
age,
though?
It can get a little embarrassing.
Yeah.
Would it?
All right, why not?
Oh no.
Echo!
Echo, 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 echo.
Alvin!
Alvin, Alvin, Alvin.
And what you're doing now isn't embarrassing?
A little, a little, a little, a little.
And that's why I love Alvin. Right there. That is an entire encapsulation of why I love Alvin. Right there. He's just such a, like, I don't know. He just has such a, like, funny outlook on everything, basically. It's pretty great. I just stole someone else's nest egg. I'm just running around taking everything that's nailed down. Holy hell. Side quest? Oh, okay, my room's ready. Not yet. Thank you. I have more to explore and more houses to raid because none of you keep your doors locked. I mean, to be fair, this is a small village. Why would they keep their doors locked? It's not like anybody's, you know, trying to invade their country or anything. Alvin. Jude's a dork and Alvin's a goblin. Ah, good. They will bounce off of each other well then. I don't think I should check in these rooms. I don't feel like any of them will have anything in them. Like, because they're just little square rooms, you know? But I suppose I could be wrong. If they don't have anything in them this time, I will not check them going further. There's probably some stuff here, though, because it's the second floor. I gotta imagine there's at least one treasure for the purpose of me getting up here. No? Nothing? Alright, that's it. The inns are dead to me. This isn't even an inn. Excuse me, and I'm saying that. Alright, back outside. Let's go to the other section of town. I think I might be able to... I'm not sure, actually, if we can go there right now, but I'm going to find out in a second, so... If they'll let me. They will. Good. Oh, look, horses. Apparently they... Not only do they have orchards here, they also raise... well, I wouldn't call a horse cattle. It's more of a helper in that department. They probably use them to help with plowing the fields. Literal horsepower. Someone else's random house. Anything in here? The exit. And whatever the hell's in the basement. Storage shed cellar. Doors locked tight and can't be opened. Probably a body in there. It's probably where the deep, dark secrets of the village are hiding. I actually genuinely think I'm correct about that now that I think about it. Alright, up we go. There was elevation up here, so... The mini-map changing with the elevation is kind of nice, though. Like, it adjusts dynamically based on what height the character is at. That's an attention to detail in a mini-map that I don't usually see in a game. Usually just, like, snaps to the next level.
Climbing above you.
I'm not you, Alvin.
Wah, wah. Is that a squirrel? Squirrel of some variety. It's got little cheeks like a Pikachu. Interesting. I guess so. What are you guys going to do when all of you get old? Not take your 5 gold out of the tree, apparently. Can I get a porridge, or do I have to go to a different tree? That is a long fall.
I felt totally weightless.
Yeah.
Hey, the orange berries are ripe. You can make a nice liqueur out of these.
Nobody else in the party can drink that yet, Alvin. Then again, this might be like Europe, where people can just drink whenever. I don't know. It's a nice, peaceful village, isn't it? This is broken, so I guess we're not getting up there right now. But yeah, it's a nice, peaceful little village. Nice little... It's not the starting area, so we don't have to worry about it burning down later, but nice, peaceful little village to start our adventure off in. Not a whole lot of high stakes yet, even though we're on the run, so... Nice to just kind of settle down and listen to the music, you know? I'm just checking to see if I can get a porridge anywhere. It doesn't look like I can because there are no item grab things here, so... I mean, that's possible. I imagine if they can glow like that, they have some sort of luminescence, which would mean they would use similar spirit channeling as the lumen trees, so... Can you imagine if oranges were glow in the dark in real life? That'd be nuts. Probably not unfeasible to do, though. There's probably, like, some kind of way that you could... I don't know if they would have that sort of a gene in them where they could glow in the dark, but I imagine some fruits could probably be made to have some form of luminescence, depending on if you wanted to, you know, genetically modify them, but that's already a buzzword for things that people don't like, GMOs, so maybe it'd be better to not make them glow in the dark. Alright, I'm done exploring town. Let's turn in for the night. I probably should have saved before I did that in case something weird happens, but... it's okay. Doesn't really look like night. Are we out exploring still?
Morning. What are you up
Oh,
to?
it's already morning. That was quick.
Watching people.
Watching people walk by?
Okay.
Uh-huh. Riveting. Not quite as riveting as that one guy that spewed sludge at me in Mega Man X7,
Can I ask you something?
but riveting.
What's a Spyrix? Why were you trying to destroy that device in Fenmont?
It was a giant gun, Jude. Wouldn't you do the same
Spyrix
thing?
Technology is something humans were never meant to have. So, I must take it away from them.
If we were never meant
That
to
is
have
none of
it,
your
then
concern.
why did you make it in our world? Why not leave it in the spirit world?
So you don't trust me?
That's not it. Look, if you saw a toddler playing with a knife, what would you do?
I'd probably
Yeah.
snatch it away.
Fair point.
And what would be your reason?
Because it's dangerous. The baby doesn't know how to use a knife. He could cut himself, or worse.
There's your answer.
What? But we're not babies. If we
By
understand what we're
comparison
dealing
to
with,
spirit
and if we
ages,
see
Jude,
the
yeah,
dangers,
humans
we can
kind
learn
of
how to
are
use it
babies,
safely.
actually.
So you say. But to me, you're no different than infants.
There you go. Congrats, Marie, on hitting 350k. Hopefully, again, you'll have something to use them on soon. Maybe I should add that random trivia thing or something that just
will
lets
do
you
what I must to
burn a
protect
bunch of
this
it so
world.
you're not just sitting on a
If
whole
that means
bunch.
destroying the lens of Kresnik, so be it. It's my mission.
I see.
Don't worry, Jude. None of this will concern you once we reach Nia Kara.
I mean, the longer he stays in the party, the more it will continue to concern him, I
What's
think.
going on?
Are these
Can't
guys
linger around here anymore.
the military from a different country?
I don't know, kid. They found us awfully fast, considering this isn't their home turf.
Yeah, I'll
It's not like
say.
we can ask them about it. Let's go before they find us.
There's an
Okay,
exit
fair
in the
enough.
western part of town. That must be the way to the Kajara Sea Falls.
Sounds like that's where we're going then. Jude, wake up. We gotta go. We are literally branded criminals. It's a good thing I bought everything I wanted to before we left here. I suppose we could, like, ask to buy a horse or something, but then again, this isn't Wild Arms, so I don't know how well that's gonna work. Also, they're over here, too, so that's gonna be a bit problematic, isn't it?
The soldiers beat us here.
Great. Now what?
Wait for a distraction?
We force our way through.
Or that.
Right, and fast, before any more arrive.
So
You're,
that's your
you
plan?
guys are really
Just charge through?
gung-ho
wasn't
about this
headed.
whole murdering soldiers thing, aren't you? Oh, hello.
Excuse me.
Can I help you, young lady?
What is it?
What are you doing?
Eavesdropping?
We're trying to figure out how to get past those soldiers.
Way to cut to the chase.
I mean, she's a kid. Does she need any of the
those
bamboozling and the
They're in your
putzing
way?
around? Something like that, yeah. Okay, that doll is animatronic or something.
In the world?
How did you do that?
It floats.
What's going on here?
Oh, hey, we saw that guy earlier.
Child,
Hey, big guy.
you know you're never to leave the shed.
Apparently
What
she left the
about
shed.
troops? Curse you. How dare you come here?
Oh, okay, well, I guess that'll take care of that. Okay, bye. Thanks
Where's
for the
she
help.
going?
Damn. I mean, that's what we were gonna do, but
Which way did she go?
back into the
Square.
village.
What? No, she mustn't. You all must be outsiders. You should hurry and leave this place.
Yeah, fair enough. We don't want to
I
get
have
too
no idea what
deeply
just
involved.
happened, but I ain't complaining. Things just got easier for us.
True.
Let's get out of here.
And I wouldn't worry about the elder guy with a hammer or the child. Pay no attention to them. They're just some random group of people that helped us get out of the village. They'll never show up again. What do you mean you don't believe me? Wonder if I should use the Xillia while here, actually, because we did level up. How many points do I have? Probably just 3 or 4, right? Yeah, 3 or 4. So, I could use it now to get exactly 1 ability for Jude and Mila. Yeah, I guess why not? Let's use it and then I'll save again. Unlock their key sphere so I can show you what happens when you do that. Okay, we got steel. Now, I think what it means basically is you need to buy the key sphere and everything around that key in order to get the next thing. Oh, or maybe it's just because I didn't get these for Jude. I guess I didn't think that one through, did I? Oh well, we got steel now. And actually that's good because I want steel. It's a very solid art for him. Gives it an attack boost, and it has a wake-up effect once you use it enough, so that's kind of nice, actually. Alright, so we'll go back for all Jude's other stuff later. For now, we'll just, do it for Mila, and then start her on something. Probably start her over here, actually, again, because of the SP, honestly. Flame Ring, it's okay. I don't know that I'll use it all that much. I'll probably turn it off. It's AoE centered around Mila, so I probably won't use it too much. As for Alvin, we've already got his entire ring on the inside, so let's do this and get his Sonic Thrust. Cool. And then, yeah, I guess we'll work towards Blunt Force. Give him some extra TP while we're at it, why not? Alright, so Jude, we need to make sure we aren't accidentally buying the whole outer ring without having the inner ring. I hope I remember that next time. We need 1, 2 there. And then, yeah, I'll probably just get the TP after that, so. It is kind of nice that you can just jump all over the grid, though. Like, the problem that I always had with the sphere grid is that it ended up feeling pretty linear in Final Fantasy X because in order to go back in the sphere grid, you had to spend points that you otherwise would have had anyway. So it feels more liberating to be able to just jump wherever you want, you know what I mean? So, alright, well, we did that, so I'll just save again, excuse me, and then off we'll go. I wonder if I should see, because usually if we have any problems with connecting to the server, usually it happens at around 6 o'clock p.m. Eastern time. And we're getting pretty close to that right now. So I'm trying to think if maybe in like 5 minutes I should go and use the restroom, because I did work out today, so it might be worth it to use the restroom. And then if it disconnects, then okay, cool, it disconnected while I was already out, so you didn't miss anything,
You know
Strange
that girl
girl.
we saw in Hamil?
The one with the weird doll thing? What about her?
You didn't think that was odd?
You can't waste your energy on other people's business. All part of growing up, kid.
But she was controlling that doll and shady people were chasing her. That doesn't bother you?
Shady
plenty
people
of
are
that going
chasing
around.
us,
Just
Jude.
look at
So,
ourselves. I
yeah.
think we have enough on our own plates. You really want more irregularities in life?
You only have so much energy, Jude.
Not that it's necessarily a bad thing, mind you. No one's got a bigger helping of weird than Mila, and she doesn't seem to mind.
Well, that's certainly true.
At least we can agree on that one. Okay, Wandering Merchant, in case you didn't buy things in town, they're also available here. All shops share the same inventory, by the way, in this game. So, like, if you upgrade with one shop, it upgrades all of that particular shop. So, like, if you upgrade the food vendor through the expand menu, then you'll upgrade every vendor after that. Again, I don't know, I feel like that's too much work sometimes, and I would just prefer if the shops were static, but I think the second game does that better for a particular reason. Because the shops there are static, but there's a reason why they're static. It's because it's a little easier to get around in the second game than it is in the first. So I'm gonna go over here actually first, because this is a dead end. So before I go after those 3 enemies all on top of each other, I think it'd be better to grab this stuff. Ooh, there we go. More money. Jari! Sorry, they just make a very interesting noise, these axe beaks. Oh, it gave me back Jude. Okay. And speaking of which, since I just got steel for Jude anyway, let's set that in his arts. Oh yeah, and I got Soaring Vortex as well, so I might want to set that too. I guess I'll set it on down because it's more useful when you knock them down, so... and I'll set Soaring Vortex here for now. I'm probably not going to use all of these through the entire game. Like I said, there's just a few that I want to focus on, but we're doing pretty good on our Demon Fist right now, so I'm not really worried about it. So.
No break. Here we go.
The likes of you will not stop me.
Oh, we still have Mabo Curry on. Okay. I'll have to eat something else in a minute then, once we finish that off. I don't know, I always try to be eating something. Oh no, you know why it gave me Jude back is because it's because I stuck him as party leader, so it's gonna give me the first character in the party as the, you know, character that I'm controlling, obviously. Duh. Back to Alvin, I think, though. Because again, I'm never gonna get good with him unless I start using him often enough to get good with him. So. Yeah, I didn't think that was going to reach, actually. One of the nice things about Alvin, though, is that he has nice sweeping arcs to his attacks, so it kind of makes it easier to, like, hit a whole bunch of enemies, you know what I mean, with it, so.
Watch a pro in action.
This is the power of Maxwell.
And now we should start getting a little bit more experience because we're in a new area, so that's nice. Okay, moving right along. There's another horse-looking enemy, so that's cool.
All right, you ready?
Now, if this is on an R button, can I, like, charge off of it by holding down the button? I don't know. I'm gonna find out.
Who's next?
No. If it's on the right analog stick, I cannot charge off of it. Got it.
Not over yet.
Thanks, Jude.
This is the power of Maxwell.
Okay, so Mabo curry is done. Let's go eat something else. I bought more pudding cakes, so I guess I might as well. You know what? I'll start with the sandwiches. We'll try to start with that, I think, and then we'll move to the pudding cakes after that, because they're probably a little bit more of a premium than the other stuff. Is there an item over there? No. I wonder if this enemy can only, like, see me when it's on the screen. Like, if I go like this. Yeah, okay. Only when the camera turns towards it, it looks like.
Not yet. Demon It's over. Guardian Field. Okay.
I should probably stop Ukamiing. Jude's special ability when he's your partner lets him pick you up off the ground, restore a little bit of HP while you're at it, and build up the overlimit bar, so normally I just jump right up, but I guess you don't have to in this particular case because he'll probably be more efficient to do it than you doing it yourself, so more jetpack feathers. We're 1/5 of the way there, just about, so that's cool. There's also turtles down there, so that's not cool. I might want to switch back to Jude for those guys, because they'll definitely be guard-type enemies, which will make breaking through them a lot harder. Jude, when I say magic guard, I mean magic guard, dude. That should help a little bit. Give us a little space to work with. Okay. Thanks.
Let's do this.
Okay.
Demon Face! Watch a pro in action.
I really should save my overlimits, though. They're not really necessary for these big guys, you know?
Yeah.
Ouch, the cold shoulder.
Yeah, well.
So this is experience.
You're still asking me that. Why? Oh my god, I just looked at how many enemies there are out here.
That last battle was a little too close.
Was it?
Agreed. If Jude hadn't been there to save us, it would not have ended well. You have my thanks.
I suppose he did pick us up off the ground,
Even in
so...
the midst of combat, you really do look out for others.
That's
Taking
what a
your
medic
focus
does,
off your
Alvin.
Opponents like that could land you in an early grave.
I guess it could.
Of course, I wouldn't want to fight with someone who didn't give a damn about me either. So keep up the good work, champ.
Will do.
So in other words, you only want to fight with people who are willing to die young.
Well, that's putting
No,
it
you got
morbidly.
all wrong. I only want to fight with people who are willing to help me die old.
I'm one of the oldest characters in this game's party, so I want to be, you know, continue being that old. Alright, back to Jude, because I see a lot of guard-type enemies in my future, so I'm going to need Breaker just a little bit. Oh, I'm being chased. Let's not get back attacked now. That can happen, by the way. You can get back attacked, and it's not a whole lot of fun. Grab that real quick. Yeah, see how we picked them up, basically? When I used steel there. So, like, if you knock them over, hang on. Ooh, I dodged that by doing that. There we go. And then you can do this, and that'll pick them up. Okay, well, Alvin did it for me there, but...
Not bad.
Ooh, and it looks like Alvin shares my steel when I use it, so that's kind of nice as well.
That wasn't too bad.
I don't have the normal spot where I put steel just yet because we don't have enough of these just yet. So I normally, sometimes basically if it looks like I'm struggling with using a particular art, it's just because of the fact that I'm not used to where its button placement is. I'm usually pretty particular about where I put my arts, but we need another item in order to give me all of my slots, basically. Rashigal and Azul.
I wonder how we can reach out to the Azul military.
Why are you
What,
so
that we're
interested in them?
basically, like, seeking
Because
political
they say the
asylum?
Azul military hires based on ability, regardless of status.
Even if you're an
Certainly
immigrant?
Not how it works in Rashigal.
Is that right?
Yeah, all of Rashigal's officials are descended from nobility.
Traditions are
Wonder
lovely
how that's
and all,
worked
but
out
that
for them.
doesn't leave a lot of juicy gigs for mercenaries like myself.
Nope.
wouldn't wanna live
Doesn't
in
leave a lot of
Ashura.
upward mobility
Clans
either.
are always fighting amongst themselves. There's no way I'd be able to concentrate on my studies.
Different humans have such different priorities.
And here you sit, above it all.
Well,
Correct.
in the thick of
I
it
don't
now, but...
intervene in the affairs of human society.
Unless they're using Spyrex, in which case, no, that's kind of important. Oh, look, an Ifreed treasure. A bandage. What happened to you? You probably just cut yourself shaving, but say it was a bar fight for cool points. So that is an accessory item. Not a normal accessory item either. It's like a costume item. And I haven't shown what costume items do yet. So you have the normal equipment button here. That's what they're called, attachments. There you go. So you have the normal equipment menu here, but if you go below it, you can give yourself 3 attachments total, depending on what you have. And you can stick them on your character. And let's see if I can see it here. Yeah, so it puts it on his nose there. So you can stick them on your character, you can remove them. They're just nice little kind of glamour things, basically, that just make it so that your characters have these little adornments in them. I like certain ones more than others. Most of the time I put the sunglasses on everybody just to look like, you know, we're all just a big bunch of dorks running around with sunglasses on all the time, like cool guys don't look at explosions, you know, that sort of a thing. But it doesn't always happen.
Not yet.
Try to knock him over this time. There we go. Back back up with the steel.
The guard's down.
Thanks, Alvin.
And finished.
Because when you knock them down and then get them back up, oftentimes it takes the AI just a little bit of time to figure out what the hell just happened and what it's supposed to be doing, so, you know, it helps. All of them? Don't you think that might lead to corruption amongst the